Several years ago, an 11-year-old boy named Anthony was sitting on his bed playing with his pet chicken. I can only imagine that chicken brought him a certain amount of confidence as he listened and as the rain pounded outside his house. It was during a time where Hurricane Allison was moving in, and as the rain pounded and slowly started rising, Anthony sat on his bed, and his comfort quickly turned to fear, because he watched the water come into his house and rise up, eventually coming to the surface or the top of his bed. And Anthony realized that he could not swim. The reason he couldn't swim is because he only had one leg, and he realized that if you've got one leg, you can't swim. As a matter of fact, he realized that there were a lot of things he couldn't do. He couldn't play basketball, he couldn't play baseball, he couldn't play football. And eventually, as the water was overtaking his bed, his mother was able to get in there and rescue him when she found a way that she could finally and safely get Anthony out of that situation. And because of the fear that he experienced, she realized she's got to do something for him, because she did not want her child to grow up in prison by this fear that he couldn't swim or couldn't do a lot of things. So she went to the YMCA to enroll him in a summer camp. And when she got to the YMCA, she realized at that particular point in time, she did not have the necessary means to enroll him in the camp. So the YMCA got in touch with my wife, and they told her the story about Anthony, and she wanted to be a part of Anthony's life. So she made a contribution, and Anthony got into swim lessons, and at the summer camp, he learned how to swim. And during the process of learning how to swim, he set a goal for himself. And one of his goals was he wanted to become a YMCA lifeguard. And at the end of the summer camp, not only did Anthony learn how to swim, but he learned how to play baseball and football and basketball. And it was very common to walk into the gymnasium and see Anthony on the court shooting hoops. And he was very quick to challenge anybody that came through in a game of horse. At the end of the summer camp, Anthony's mother had tracked my wife and I down and wanted to meet with us. We weren't sure what the meeting was about. But as we met with her, she presented us with this. We weren't sure what it was at first, other than a bird, but she said, "I want to provide you with this, because your contribution to the YMCA, you provided my child with wings, and he thinks he can fly and accomplish almost anything. And when you give to the YMCA, you help children accomplish hopes and dreams. You provide them with wings, and it's amazing the sights that they can soar to."